Good day, everyone. As a facilitator of psychosocial support activities to our learners, it is a must for us to know the emotional language of our learners. Okay? So I know that you already have the copy of the pack. So for those who don't have yet a copy of this activity pack, I will be putting the description in the description box the link of this pack. So we can also have our own copy, but make sure that before you conduct the psychosocial support activities, make sure that you know the things that you have to do and what not to do, okay, as a facilitator. And likewise, it is also important for us, dear teachers, to know the emotional language of our learners. That's for us, of course, to be able to properly communicate to our learners, based on their current emotional state and address their psychosocial needs through the activities. So therefore, it is important that we know the things to look out for or observe in our learners. Understanding these things, being able to spot them, and addressing them as they show, create an environment of safety and security for learners where proactive and help-seeking behavior can thrive. So we want, of course, to help our learners, right? So therefore, hindi basta-basta ang pagsasagawa ng psychosocial support activity. Just make sure na mapoproseso natin ang mga activities, may mga follow-up questions tayong ibinibigay sa ating mga learners para nang sa gayon ay talaga maunawaan natin kung ano ang ibig sabihin nila. Okay? And also, please, before tayo magsagawa ng psychosocial support activity, make sure na alam ninyo yung what to do and what not to do as a facilitator. Now, while looking out for your learners, you may ask the following questions to yourself or take note of them to quickly assess your observations. Now, what are we going to observe? Well, actually, dami nang pwede nating observe sa ating mga learners, but let's begin with the facial expression. So, when we are trying to talk about facial expression, we have to ask ourselves, what does your learner show on his or her face? Ano ba yung pinapakita ng learner na yan sa kanyang mukha? Nakikita naman, di ba, sa expression ng ating mga learners kung ano yung talagang nararamdaman niya sa mga sinasagawa nating psychosocial support activity. Baka naman masyadong tense, ang kanyang nararamdaman, kaya visible or very visible ito sa kanyang mukha, nakikita natin sa kanyang facial expressions. Okay? But sometimes, may mga learners din naman na less, di ba, ang pagiging expressive. Okay? Sometimes daw, this may include tense expressions but may include a lack of expressiveness in their face. Okay? So that's what we are going to observe. And also, the tone of the voice. Does your learner's voice become louder, softer, higher pitched? Okay? Because sometimes, di ba, when our learners becomes too excited, they tend to raise their voice, they have this louder voice, so tinitingnan din natin yan sa ating mga learners, yung tono ng kanilang boses, and ano ba yung extent ng kanyang pananalita or ng kanyang speech. Does your learner have more to say than usual? Baka naman mas marami siyang gustong sabihin or kaya naman halos hindi siya makapagsalita. Baka naman mas naging silent siya or mas naging quiet siya. And baka naman mas nape-pressure siya na magsalita in her speech, or mararamdaman niyo yun sa kanyang tono ng pananalita kung siya ay nape-pressure. And also, we also have to look at the quality of speech. Do your learners' words become disorganized? Is he rambling or having a hard time getting words out? Kasi kung kinakabahan, for example, natatakot or merong pressure sa learner, hindi talaga siya makakasalita ng maayos at affected ang quality of speech niya. So, do his words seem more babyish or regress than usual? So, hindi natin dapat ipagsawalang bahala ang quality ng speech ng ating learners. Okay? So, again, we don't like our students or our learners to be threatened in this psychosocial support activity, So, tandaan natin ang number 1S natin, ang safety, Ito yung tinatawag nating emotional safety, that we want our learners to feel comfortable while doing the psychosocial support activity. And he or she feels, the learner feels that this is a safe place. That classroom is a safe place for him to share what he is feeling, And also, we also have to observe the posturing or muscular expression. What does your learner's body look like? Is she curled up? Are her fists clenched? Are her muscle tense or loose? Is her posture closed or open? Ayan, makikita natin syempre yung gusto din iparating sa atin ng ating mga learners, yung message sa kanyang body, sa kanyang muscular expression, sa kanyang posture, So, for example, a fist clench means a lot, right? So, it can mean anger, or maaring natatakot siya, or some intense emotion, So, kailangan talaga na mas maging aware tayo sa mga body expressions ng ating mga learners. And of course, approach versus avoidance. Does your learner become withdrawn or retreat? Does he or she become over-clingy? Does he or she seem to want to do both at the same time, So, titingnan din natin sino ba dyan yung mga learners na ayaw mag-participate. Or dati naman, nung unang activity mo, nagpa-participate siya, but now, he or that learner doesn't really want to participate anymore, So, titingnan din natin yung learner na laging nagpapapansin or talagang very clingy na gustong sumama sa'yo lagi. So, something like that, these are some of the things that we have to observe to our learners. And also, affect modulation capacity, So, this means that if your learners have this harder time than usual being soothed or self-soothing, does he or she start to need more comfort from you or someone else? How receptive is he or she to comfort? And does this change in the face of stress? Okay? So, ano ba ang modulation capacity ng iyong learner? Okay? And the affect modulation capacity. Okay? So, this is in connection pa rin. Dalawa siya. Affect modulation capacity. Does your learner have a harder time than usual being soothed? Okay? Naulit lang tong part na ito. Okay? And for the mood, does your learner's mood overtly change? Okay? May mga learners na gano'n na ngayon ang saya-saya pa lang tapos bigla na siyang low mood, bigla na lang na malungkot or bigla na lang nagagalit. Is he normally even tempered but becomes more reactive in the face of intense emotion? If so, pay attention to signs of moodiness. It can serve as a warning sign that something is wrong, especially to kids, especially to elementary learners. This can be very visible, yung bago-bago ng kanilang mood. Biglang magtatantrums, biglang iiyak, or kaya naman biglang magagalit, okay? So, also, we have to look out for the psychosocial support concepts. Remember that we have to rate our learners for the following, So, itong 7S, i-rate natin yung awareness niya for safety, self-awareness niya, yung self-expression niya, self-regulation, problem-solving, self-confidence, and self-compassion and empathy. Okay, so ikaw mismo mag-rate sa kanila, kumusta naman kaya sila. Okay, so these are only some of the things that we have to observe or look out for during the conduct of psychosocial support activities to our learners. Remember to see the emotional language of our learners. We all know that action speaks louder than words, right? Okay, so mas maiintindihan natin ang ating mga learners pag tinitingnan din natin ang kanilang, hindi lang ang kanilang body language, kundi ang kanilang body or physical language, kundi maging ang kanilang emotional language. Okay, so good luck sa ating ikakandak na psychosocial support activity for tomorrow. Well, I just hope na talagang na-master na natin muna itong pagbibigay ng psychosocial support activity at binasa natin yung pack bago tayo magsimula, at make sure na inaral din natin yung tamang pag-facilitate ng mga iba't ibang psychosocial support activity. Well, God bless everyone and have a nice day.